ever felt stuck or overwhelmed by the idea of learning a new language, this episode is for you. We're going to share some simple, realistic habits that you can start using today to make English a natural part of your life. We know that many of you hate reading articles or books to learn a language, and that's okay. There are other ways to improve, like listening to podcasts like ours, where you can grab new vocabulary daily, or enjoying songs, movies, and TV series. Remember, to improve in any language, you need to follow methodologies that are stress-free because learning should be fun. So, why not swap 10 minutes of your Instagram or Facebook scroll for a podcast like ours? It's your time to change your life decisions.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent English Pod, where we help you train your mind to think in English and speak fluently. I'm Dave with our co-host Emma.
Hey, we're so glad you're here. Whether you're listening on your way to work, while making dinner, or just winding down for the day, thanks for spending this time with us.
Whether you are a new listener or a long-time one, we welcome you to our English podcast. Let's hear today's topic.
Today's topic is improving English fluency with fun and practical daily habits. Our first approach is a fun and quite something you do on a daily basis.
That's a witty way to approach it. This is something we all love. It's music. Did you know that your favorite English songs can be your secret weapon to improving your English? Music is a universal language, and it's one of the most enjoyable ways to learn. Here's how you can turn your playlist into a language learning tool. First, pick a song you love. Any artist, any genre. Maybe you're into Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, or even Ed Sheeran. The key is to choose something you genuinely enjoy because learning should never feel like a chore. Now, here's the fun part. Listen to the song carefully, but this time, really listen. Pay attention to the lyrics. What are they saying? What's the story behind the song? If there are words or phrases you don't understand, look them up. Trust me, you'll be surprised at how much you can learn just by decoding the lyrics of a song.
And here's where the magic happens. Sing along. Yes, I know. The first few times you might butcher the lyrics unintentionally. I mean, who hasn't mumbled their way through a song thinking they've got it right, only to realize they were completely off? But that's the beauty of it. When you sing along with the lyrics in front of you, it's not just fun. It's a full-on English lesson. You're improving your pronunciation, getting a feel for the rhythm of the language, and even memorizing new vocabulary without even realizing it.
And the best part? You're not sitting there thinking, ugh, I'm on a mission to improve my English. No, you're just jamming to your favorite song, having a great time, and boom! Your English gets better. It's like sneaking vegetables into a smoothie. You're learning, but it doesn't feel like work.
Here's a pro tip. Create a playlist of your favorite English songs. Listen to it while you're commuting, working out, or even doing chores. Over time, you'll start recognizing words and phrases without even trying. It's like your brain is absorbing the language effortlessly.
Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you love the song Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Listen to it a few times, then look up the lyrics. You'll notice phrases like, I'm in love with your body, or every day discovering something brand new. These aren't just lyrics, they're natural, everyday expressions that you can start using in your own conversations. Imagine casually dropping, I'm discovering something brand new, in a chat with a friend. Sounds cool, right?
So, the next time you're scrolling through your music app, don't just hit play, turn it into a mini English lesson, sing along, look up the lyrics, and let the music do the teaching. Before you know it, you'll be singing your way to fluency. And hey, if anyone catches you belting out in bad blood in the shower, just tell them you're practicing your English. They'll be impressed.
Music isn't just entertainment. It's a powerful tool for learning. So grab your headphones, press play, and let's turn those tunes into your new English teacher. And I am pretty sure that our listeners have learned new words from this session. Do comment them below. Sharing new vocabulary is also a part of the learning process. Always trust the process, peeps.
Yeah, trust the process, guys. Next up, we will move to our second approach, which is also something we all love, binge watching TV shows and movies. But here's the twist. Your next Netflix session can actually level up your English skills. Yes, you heard that right. Watching TV shows or movies in English is one of the best ways to immerse yourself in the language. But here's the catch: you can't just watch passively, you've got to engage with it. Think of it as active watching.
So, what does active watching look like? It's simple. Instead of just zoning out on the couch, focus on specific elements of the show. For example, pick one episode and pay attention to how the characters greet each other, how they ask questions, or how they express emotions. These are all real-life language skills that you can steal and use in your own conversations.
Let's take Friends as an example. In one episode, you might hear Joey say, "How you doing?" Or Chandler sarcastically quip, "Could this be any more fun?" These aren't just funny lines. They're gold mines of natural English. Write them down, practice saying them out loud, and even try to mimic the tone and expression. You can even pause the show and repeat the lines like you're rehearsing for your own sitcom. And next time when you greet your colleagues or friends, don't use outdated phrases. Instead, try using new phrases or words you've learned from sitcoms, TV series, or movies. You'll be impressed by your own capabilities.
And here's a pro tip: use English subtitles instead of subtitles in your native language. You know why? Because when you read and listen at the same time, your brain makes connections faster. It's like giving your brain a double dose of English. Plus, you'll start noticing how words are spelled and how they sound in real conversations.
Let's make this even more practical. Say you're watching The Office. Pay attention to how Jim teases Dwight or how Michael Scott butchers basic phrases. These moments are packed with everyday English. Phrases like, "That's what she said," or "Bears beats Battlestar Galactica." Write them down, practice them, and soon you'll be dropping these lines in your own conversations like a pro.
And don't worry if you don't catch everything the first time. The beauty of streaming is you can rewind, pause, and replay as much as you need. The first time you watch, you might catch 50% of the dialogue. But by the third time, you'll be picking up on phrases, jokes, and even accents.
So, the next time you're about to dive into a new series or rewatch an old favorite, make it a learning experience. Grab a notebook, turn on English subtitles, and start stealing those phrases. Before you know it, you'll be speaking English like you're straight out of Central Perk or Dunder Mifflin.
Remember, like I said, make it practical. It's not just about watching, it's about learning while you watch. So grab some popcorn, hit play, and let your favorite shows do the teaching.
All right, let's get real for a second. We all have those days where we're just too busy to sit down and study English. But guess what? You don't need to set aside extra time to practice. You can learn English while doing the things you're already doing every single day. That's right. Your daily routine can become your English classroom.
Think about it. When you're cooking, cleaning, or even just making a cup of coffee, you're already thinking in your head, right? So why not switch that internal monologue to English? For example, when you're chopping vegetables, say to yourself, "I'm chopping carrots and onions." When you're cleaning, narrate your actions. "First, I'll vacuum the floor, then I'll dust the shelves." It's like you're the star of your own reality show and the camera is always rolling.
Let's break it down with a practical example. Imagine you're making a cup of coffee. Instead of just going through the motions, describe what you're doing in English. Say, "I'm boiling the water." "I'm pouring the coffee into the cup." Or, "I'm adding milk and sugar." These simple sentences might seem basic, but they're building blocks for your fluency. Plus, you're practicing vocabulary related to daily activities, stuff you'll actually use in real life.
And here's a pro tip. If you're not sure how to say something, don't stress. Just look it up. For example, if you don't know how to say whisk or simmer, Google it, write it down, and add it to your vocabulary list. Over time, you'll build a collection of useful phrases that you can pull out whenever you need them.
Let's take it a step further. Say you're folding laundry. Instead of just folding in silence, describe what you're doing. "I'm folding the shirts first, then the pants." Or, if you're at the grocery store, think in English. "I need to buy bread, milk, and eggs." It's all about turning those mundane moments into mini English lessons.
The beauty of this habit is that it's seamless. You're not adding extra tasks to your day, You're just shifting the way you think about the tasks you're already doing, and the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Before you know it, you'll be thinking in English without even trying.
So, the next time you're cooking dinner, cleaning your room, or even just brushing your teeth, start narrating your actions in English. It's fun, it's practical, and it's a surefire way to make English a natural part of your daily life.
Remember, fluency isn't about grand gestures, it's about the small, consistent habits you build every day. So grab that sponge, start scrubbing, and let's turn your everyday tasks into English practice.
Let's be honest, most of us spend way too much time scrolling through social media. But what if I told you that your Instagram or TikTok addiction could actually help you learn English? That's right. Social media isn't just for memes and cat videos, though we love those too. It's a goldmine for learning real everyday English.
Here's how to make it work. Start by following English-speaking creators, influencers, or language teachers. Watch their videos, read their captions, and pay attention to how they use language. For example, if you follow a fitness influencer, you might pick up phrases like stay consistent, push your limits, you've got this. If you follow a food blogger, you'll learn words like whisk, simmer, or garnish. These aren't just random words. They're practical phrases you can use in your daily life.
And here's the best part. You can engage with their content. Leave a comment in English, even if it's just a simple, great video. Or, this recipe looks amazing. It's a low-pressure way to practice writing and get comfortable using English in a real-world context.
Here is a pro tip. Switch your phone's language settings to English. This way, every time you unlock your phone, you're exposed to English words and phrases. It's like tricking your brain into thinking in English without even trying.
So, the next time you're mindlessly scrolling, make it count. Follow accounts that inspire you, engage with their content, and turn your social media feed into a fun, interactive English lesson.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Speaking. It's the skill most learners struggle with, but it's also the most important. The good news? You don't have to do it alone. Having a language buddy can make speaking practice way more fun and effective.
Here's how it works. Find a friend who's also learning English, or join an online language exchange group. Set aside time each week to chat in English, even if it's just 15 minutes. The goal isn't to be perfect. It's to get comfortable forming sentences and expressing yourself.
Let's say you and your language buddy decide to talk about your favorite movies. You could say, I love action movies because they're exciting. Or, my favorite actor is Tom Hanks because he's so versatile. These kinds of conversations help you practice expressing opinions and using descriptive language. Versatile means able to do many things well.
If you're nervous about speaking, start small. Talk about your daily routine, your hobbies, or your plans for the weekend. For example, today I woke up at 7 a.m., had coffee, and went for a walk. Simple, right? As you gain confidence, you can move on to more complex topics like travel, work, or even your dreams for the future.
And a pro tip is not be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. Your language buddy is there to support you, not judge you. And who knows? You might even make a new friend along the way.
So, grab a buddy, hit that video call button, and start chatting. Remember, every conversation is a step closer to fluency.
And hey, if you don't have a language buddy yet, don't worry. You can always start by talking to yourself. Describe what you're doing, narrate your thoughts, or even practice introducing yourself. It might feel silly at first, but it works.
The key is to just start. Whether it's with a buddy or just you and your mirror, every word you say out loud is progress. The key to success is consistency. Consistent. Doing something regularly without giving up. You don't need to spend hours every day. Just 10 to 15 minutes of focused practice can make a big difference. Here's how you can fit these habits into your daily routine. Listen to an English song while getting ready in the morning. Watch one episode of your favorite show with English subtitles. Describe what you're doing while cooking, cleaning, or exercising. Spend 10 minutes engaging with English content instead of scrolling mindlessly, and last, but not the least, schedule a weekly chat with a language buddy or practice speaking out loud to yourself. The more you make these habits part of your daily life, the more natural they'll feel. Remember, fluency isn't about perfection, it's about progress. So, let's get talking.
Before we wrap up today's episode, we have a small but exciting challenge for our listeners. We've introduced several useful words and phrases throughout this podcast, and now it's your turn to put them into action.
That's right! We challenge you to pick at least 5 words from today's episode and comment a creative sentence using them. Don't be afraid to get imaginative. Use them in a way that feels natural and fun.
Language learning is all about application, so the more you actively use new words, the more they'll stick in your mind. Drop your sentence in the comments, and who knows, we might even feature some of our favorites in the next episode.
Keep practicing, stay consistent, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Learning English should be fun, not stressful. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next episode. Happy learning!